right, India Today has now accessed an exclusive story, the inside story really of the UP Police's negotiations with the ISIS terror suspect Saifullah, who was of course shot down this morning. These were the negotiations while he was inside the house in Lucknow. Now the UP cops have said that Saifullah's terror plans were clearly deadly. The negotiators who were present at the spot say their strategy failed as he really refused to soften despite invoking Prophet Muhammad. Not just that, police sources have also told India Today that Saifullah's brother, family members, all of them were also brought in. They also tried to dissuade him for almost 1 hour. His father even told him that he should now leave all this and focus on his studies. But none of that deterred Saifullah's plans, who continued to fire at the police. Let's go across to Arthur Khan, who's joining us with more details on the story. Arthur, you've got us these exclusive details about how really the police tried to negotiate with Saifullah, but it's clear that his radicalization was so strong that even his family members couldn't make him change his mind.
Well, absolutely. It shows how strong the radicalization was and how deeply he was indoctrinated by this ideology. But what is strange is that the family members, after the police had surrounded Saifullah, police were trying their level best so that he could surrender, but he did not give in. So they roped in his family members, made them speak to Saifullah over phone. His brother tried, Khalid his name is, and then even the father tried. He told him that he had gone to study, but and not indulge in such subversive activities. But he would not listen to any of that, and he was in fact screaming that he wants to die. So he was very deeply indoctrinated, and so much so that he subscribed to ISIS ideology. But when even the brother tried to invoke Prophet Muhammad and asked him that in the name of Prophet, do not indulge in such activities, give a bad name to his family, to his community, but he did not listen. And therefore, when all the efforts had failed, the police had to storm in, and then he was shot dead in the encounter.
And interestingly, Arthur, from last night, when this encounter was underway, the police always maintained that they wanted to get in Saifullah alive, that they were trying all methods to negotiate with him. Were there any efforts also made to bring down his family members down to that encounter site to personally meet with Saifullah as well and try to convince him?
Well, you see, the police primarily, the policy of police and the state policy is that as far as dealing with ISIS recruits, the police have to be very careful, very sensitive. And that's what the UP police were trying to do. They were trying to make him surrender. More importantly, surrender would have given police a lot many details of the ISIS activities, the plans, the sympathizers, but that did not happen. Of course, it was a situation, so he was surrounded, the operation was ongoing. They had already carried out one terrorist activity, blasted train. So the police was also in a sort of in a state of, they were getting impatient because they wanted to get more and more details, fearing that there could be further attacks. And therefore, they tried their best, or at the spot, they made them speak to the family members. But yes, they did not explore the possibility of bringing the family to that place.
All right, Arthur, thanks for joining us with those details and getting us that exclusive story as well. Now, as we told you earlier as well, Saifullah clearly refused to listen to his family when efforts were made to reach out to him, and after the ISIS terror suspect was shot dead following a 12-hour-long operation, his family has now refused to take his body. This is an India Today exclusive that we're getting you, where Saifullah's father has claimed that he had admonished Saifullah 2.5 months back, and following that is when Saifullah went missing. His father gave additional information of his son studying accounts at that time, further adding that he left home miffed with his family after they asked him to look for a job. He's now outrightly refused to accept Saifullah's body. Listen in to this exclusive.
सैफुल्लाह आपका बेटा है?
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल।
कैसी परवरिश थी, क्या है गलती है, मानते हैं इसमें?
भाई गलती ये है कि दोस्तों के साथ इधर उधर घूमने लगे थे, काम करते नहीं थे। ये हुआ कि भाई काम करो, मैंने एक दिन डांटा उन्हें, जब डांटा 2-4 घंटा भी मारे, उसके बाद हम चले गए अभी ड्यूटी पे, लौट के आए, शाम के भाग गए। उस दिन के बाद से क्योंकि लोग इतना नाराज़ हैं उनसे कि हमने कभी उनसे बात नहीं की, और इतना नाराज़ के समझिए कि फिर हम उनकी लाश तक लेना घर में रहे।
आपको अफसोस है?
हमें अफसोस सिर्फ इस बात का है कि ये काम गलत किया उन्होंने, ये बात। और आप हमारे चेहरे से अंदाज़ा लगा सकते हैं कि जिसका बेटा की डेथ हो गई हो उसके चेहरे में फ़र्क होगा। आपने हमारे चेहरे से अंदाज़ा लगा होगा कि जो देश हित के खिलाफ हो हम उसको पसंद नहीं करते।
All right, let's also quickly listen in to what Saifullah's brother as well as his other relatives had to say.
यही काम हम नहीं करते थे, यहाँ से क्या कहते हैं इनको पापा ने चिल्लाया लाया कि जाओ कुछ काम वाम करो। हम लोग को खुद ही नहीं मालूम कि क्या कैसे क्या हो गया। हम ये यहाँ से गए हैं क्या कहते हैं काम की तरफ कि हम क्या कहते हैं लखनऊ नहीं गए, कोई फ़ोन नहीं आया, कोई वो नहीं आया, सीधे क्या कहते हैं वीज़े के चक्कर में निकले थे।
उसके बाद
वीज़ा मिलेगा कि अपना सऊदी में अपना काम हम कोई किसी चीज़ में चले जाए।